Hey, what's up? I'm Jacob Kaufman, and I'm the nerd on the street, and, yeah. Oh, I was just watching the, live stuff about Superstorm Sandy. Have you heard about that? It just sucks that storms like that exist. I wish the best to anyone who is affected by that. Anyways, I'm here today because I was actually editing my, Nexus 7 video. And not my Nexus 7 video. I don't have a Nexus 7, unfortunately. I was editing my Paralinux review video, and then I heard about the new Google updates, and so I'm going to tell you about that right now. Okay, here we are. Hopefully this isn't too bad. So we'll go ahead and go to google.com/Nexus. It's wrong right now. Google.com/Nexus. And here we are. And I feel a little, I don't know. I think it's exciting, these new things that they released, but if I had bought one of the first generation Nexus products, I would not be a very happy camper. Because this is new, this is new, this was here before, but the other two things that were here before, the Galaxy Nexus was the old phone. This is completely new. And then there used to be, you know, the little orb that was like an Apple TV. It was the Nexus Q. They've discontinued that. They've also are no longer producing the Galaxy Nexus, which the Galaxy Nexus was kind of Google's flagship phone. So if I would have purchased it, I would be a little angry that in just 6 short months, it is no longer a new thing. But that's compared to a company like Apple or something. Of course, Samsung releases new phones like more often than that. But that does bring us into our first new product, the Nexus 4. And the Nexus 4 is made by both Google and LG, rather than the Galaxy Nexus was made by Samsung. So we'll go ahead and click on Nexus 4. And this is the Nexus 4. The new smartphone from Google. So I'm just going to walk you through a few of the things. There's Google Now, which I'm looking forward to getting my hands on sometime in the near future, hopefully, because it looks very interesting. It's very comparable to Siri, or so I've heard. We've got, you know, Maps. That's on every phone now. All of this stuff is on every phone now. Here's when we get down to the, some of the cooler stuff. 8-megapixel camera. I believe, yeah, my phone has an 8-megapixel camera as well, and 1080p video. But so does this. And if you do not know, the entire back of the phone is glass. I know Apple tried that a while ago. Apple's did have some breaking issues. Now this is Gorilla Glass 2, so it's a little tough. Hopefully, but, yeah, for me it wouldn't be a problem because my phone doesn't get knocked around that much. But, if you know, drop your phone a lot, you'll probably want to get a good case for this, because it is complete glass on the front and back. So, yeah, 8-megapixel camera, record HD video, and they have instant upload. They have a new panoramic thing called the Sphere camera, and, yeah, it looks like this can actually be not just one way, or not just, you know, horizontally or vertically, but you can actually make like a really big picture, and that would be really neat. So, so yeah, that is a thing that looks nice. A 4.7-inch display, so this is just almost a 5-inch display, almost an entire inch bigger than the iPhone 5, and this is 0.3 inches smaller than the Galaxy Note, I believe, the Galaxy Note 2, rather, the Samsung, yeah, Galaxy Note 2 is 5 inches, I think, so, yeah, this is 0.3 inches smaller, so it's going to be a pretty big display. It's 1280 by 768, so 320 pixels per inch. That's really good. Like, I know, I've heard of tablets that are that resolution. And manufactured by LG this time rather than Samsung. And we have It's sold unlocked, so basically, I mean, you can upgrade to this phone from another phone without having to renew your contract. You just take the SIM card out and pop it into this, if you would want to do that. At least that's how I understand it to be. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, yeah, quad-core performance, 2 gigs of RAM, and has a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 processor. So, yeah, I've never used a phone with Snapdragon processor before, but 2 gigs of RAM. That's almost as much as my laptop had. So, yeah. Android Beam, that's NFC. You've seen that in the Galaxy Nexus no, not the Galaxy Nexus, the, I don't know, you've seen that in Samsung's commercials. Google Wallets. That's kind of like Google's Passbook. Passbook is an Apple thing. This basically, you know, gift cards and whatnot. Google Play is what the entire Nexus ecosystem revolves around. And, you know, Google Play also has music. Easy import from iTunes. This is something that is good. Because I am more likely to switch to something that I can import my old stuff from. Basically what I'm trying to say is the more compatible you are with other products, the more I'm going to be open to using your products. You cannot import Google Music into iTunes. I mean, you can, but it's not the same experience. It doesn't sync with things as good. You can't download them straight from... Oh, cannot include DRM protected songs, so screw that. Because, well... You know what, I'm going to leave you to... I could talk about this in a whole other video, so I'm going to leave you with that. Easy import from iTunes, so they say. And then, you know, you've got Google Play books, magazines, and movies, because it's Google Play, it's the media store. So, yeah, Galaxy 4 looks very interesting. I'd like it. I don't know how it would stack up against the iPhone. I haven't gotten a chance to watch any reviews yet because it was just announced yesterday. And guys, while I'm here, I'm sorry if this camera is shaky. It's my iPod. It doesn't have a tripod. So, yeah. We're moving on to the Nexus 7 now, which I'm just going to skim through this because I covered the Nexus 7 like 6 months ago when it first came out. But now, the $200, yeah, it's a bit cheaper. The $200 version is 16 gigabytes instead of 8, and the $250 is 32 gigabits instead of, or gigabytes, sorry. Some people are really picky about that. 32 gigabytes instead of 16, so basically you get twice as much memory, or twice as much storage. What am I saying? You get twice as much storage as you did before. They say it's more powerful. I mean, yeah, you can get it with mobile data now. That means it's that much more powerful. Which I think that's interesting. I still think that Wi-Fi tablets should be the thing because, I mean, computers use Wi-Fi. Tablets are supposed to replace computers, then tablets should use Wi-Fi. I'm not a big fan of tablets on the network. If I'm going to be paying for a for data, I want something I can carry in my pocket. Which, you can arguably carry this in your pocket, but, you know. Speed and performance, it's manufactured by Asus. It has a Tegra 3 quad-core processor, and it's got a 12-core GPU, if I remember correctly. It doesn't talk about that here, but yeah. 10-finger multi-touch screen. Now, I'm wondering, what if somebody has 11 fingers? Like, did they just make it 10-finger because they know you only have 10 fingers? Or could it be used with more than 10 fingers, theoretically? I don't know. Oh, by the way, they have a link to do a barrel roll. Have you ever searched do a barrel roll on Google? It does a barrel roll. So, yeah, less charging, yeah, 9 hours of video playback, 10 hours of web browsing. It's been reported that it's a little less than this, but, Still very good. I don't use my tablet for 10 hours at a time. So, latest version of Android, because it is the flagship product. It's by Google. It's on Google's website. You'd expect it to have their latest stuff. Yeah, you've got... One of the things I don't like about Google Play is that you can't really download your stuff. It's just in the cloud, so you have to be connected to access it, and they can take it away whenever you want, but I've talked about that before, too. You got your ebooks. There's Google Now again. YouTube, sign in, stay synced. All the same stuff. So, Nexus 7 has not changed much, but, you know, new version of Android, 4.2, so yeah. Nexus 10, this is interesting. Google's new 10-inch tablet. Wasn't this a Pixar film? Ice Age? That's funny. That's supposed to be Apple's thing. Anyways, the 10-inch tablet, this competes directly with the iPad. The iPad mini competes with the Nexus 7. And this competes with the iPad. And, you know, the Nexus 4 competes with the iPhone, in case you didn't obviously realize that. So, yeah, Nexus 10, 300 pixels per inch display. I don't know if that's more or less than the Retina display. I know that it's really good, 256 by 1600. I think that's actually around the resolution of this monitor. Even though this is a CRT. I don't know. But, but yeah, very good. Especially because you can get these on, like, 27-inch monitors. They still look good, like, with that amount of pixels. Getting it on a 10-inch monitor, or screen, you know, on a tablet, that's gotta be good pixel density. It's 8.9 millimeters thin and weighs 603 grams. And, this has an A15 processor. And the reason I find that funny is because Apple names their things like A5 processor, so this is an A15 processor. It just sounds so similar. Share and customize. This is something that I think will be critical in the tablet market, because, you know, so many families out there want to have one device to share, but I know I hate lending people my phone. Like, hey, can I play a game on your phone? No, you can't, because this is my phone. It's customized how I like it. It's got all of my settings on here, and if you break one of my high scores, then it's going to say it was me. But the new Google 10-inch tablet has, you can have multiple user accounts. And that is huge. It's, you can, yeah, save their own individual high scores on games. But yeah, it's just so critical that one person can log in, have it exactly like their personal tablet. Another person can log in, and it's like their personal tablet. And it's important that these two do not get intermixed. But yeah, that is great. So, good job, Google, to that. Photo and video editing. There's photo editing is shown here. They actually mentioned video editing. There are a couple of HD cameras on this thing. This is just talking about video chat with Google+, which I like Google+. I wish more people used it so I could actually, you know, use it. But, they've got a couple of HD cameras on here, and they talk about, you can edit it with Movie Studio, or something like that. And I looked up Movie Studio. It was actually, released by Google a long time ago, and it's discontinued now. So I'm wondering if they're going to... Oh, that's not that high quality. 1.9 megapixel front-facing camera. That's disappointment. All the same Google Play stuff. Yeah, I saw the, oh, the good camera was on the Nexus 4, actually. So we're back to the Nexus 4 now. And... yeah, 1080p we already talked about. Oh, yeah, edit with Movie Studio. Well, Movie Studio has been, or at least Google's version has been, yeah, discontinued. So I wonder if they're going to, like, revamp that or something. But yeah, this is the Nexus 10, 10-inch tablet. Do notice, this is based in landscape mode. The Nexus 7 is based in portrait mode, as is the Nexus 4. So I think the Nexus 7 is going to be more scaled up phone apps than scaled down tablet apps, which would suck. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe this is specifically so that you can scale those down to here and scale the phone apps up to here. Personally, I prefer holding the tablet in portrait. I've used tablets in stores, and just because, like, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I prefer portrait tablets. I hate holding tablets in landscape. It just doesn't feel as normal to me. So, as normal as if I were holding a piece of paper. Do you ever hold pieces of paper in landscape mode? Because I know I don't. What am I doing? I'm, like, highlighting things. That means I'm getting bored, which means I'm probably talking too much. So, yeah, I just wanted to get on and make a little thing. Oh, Google has a little video there.
Google, how much does the Earth weigh?
Earth has a mass of 5.97.
Ask me anything you like, I'll reveal everything. I will treasure.
So you could see there, the keyboard on the 10 is kind of like a swipe keyboard.
I'm coming down to tell you what I know. I'm
not going to show you this whole thing because it doesn't belong to me. But yeah, that's interesting. And yes, once again, just wanted to show you the new Nexus products. I think these are going to be a hit. I think that if I would have purchased any of the old Nexus products, I would be angry because they discontinued 2 of them and didn't really do anything to the 3rd one. But yeah. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on the Nexus products, Nexus 7 versus iPad mini, Nexus 10 versus iPad, Nexus 4 versus iPhone, or versus, you know, like this versus the Microsoft Surface, this versus Windows Phone, just anything like that, just leave a comment below. And by the way, just while I'm here, I wanted to mention, guys, I'm glad you're having fun on my Minecraft server, but this entire channel is not dedicated to Minecraft. It's not an entire channel just for my Minecraft server. There was 1 video for the first server and 1 video for the second server. That is it. I mean, I might make some Minecraft and Tekkit how-to videos, but seriously, if you're looking for a way to get back at me for banning you from my Minecraft server, try submitting the IP address to, like, Team Abolition or something. So yeah, I'm there on the street, and, oh, one more thing. Somebody commented saying, haha, you have to record your outro. That's actually because I'm, wait, just for a moment, outro? Why? Oh yeah, because, I'm editing them on my iPod, and I can't figure out how to get a movie from my computer into iMovie on my iPod, without syncing through iTunes. And I'm running Linux, if you were not aware. So no, I cannot sync iTunes videos through Linux. I just can't. That's not how it works. Besides, my iPod's not set up for iTunes anyway. It's set up for iCloud. And, yeah, if you know how to get that video onto my iPod, then go ahead and let me know, and then I won't have to record my fake word anymore. But yeah, that's the only reason why. I produced it myself, made all the effects in OpenShot Video Editor, and that used Blender for the 3D. And yeah, so I'm recording it because I still want to have my end credits, so stop making up words, and stop spamming my channel because I banned you from my server. Because it was one of the same people that was spamming my channel that told me that. So yeah, just saying, I've already spent 4 minutes on it though, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video now. But yeah, I was just telling you about the latest Nexus updates. Any questions, let me know. I will answer them in my next channel update at the end of next month, and I will see you later. See ya.